Even simulating that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we, you know,
We're live.
we're live. Say hello
On the stream.
on the stream, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go get the list. Oh, I'll be right there. I did see Hey. So it is no surprise that we are live, and I'm gonna say my my poetry to this unts vibe. Okay. the unts. It didn't unts yet, but it's coming. What's that?
It's like peanuts and like hummus from Real.
If you put it in the fridge. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna do something about the music. Huh? You're on the list? All right. We weren't actually gonna get started yet. Yeah, no, not now. I'm thinking that we could start like around 7:15, 7:30 ish. What do you? Are you just trying it out the live, or are we gonna just run it from here? You have turned it on? Oh. Oh yes. Right. So yeah, I just wanted to, because it probably will be like we still waiting for some other special guests. A special guest just entered the building. Yes, special guest. Hello, you. All of you special guests are here. Welcome. We got Orlando Poetry Slam team here. OPS. Let's go. We got my fellow typewriter poet leaving us for a second. Yes, ma'am.
I want to start using more. Tomorrow.
He is.
Yep.
I don't get people that don't know. They should be excited.
It's almost the same for me, like every month, where it's like I get ready to come and I'm just like, man, I don't know what it's gonna be like. And then I get here and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get started. It's always exciting, so that's cool. Right now I'm about to find something different, so we don't gotta listen to the shopping music though. Because we are not at Macy's.
I said H&M.
That work too.
H&M.
Let's give it H&M. That's sounds like party music. Hey, there we go. Yeah, that's not exactly what I was going for, but I mean, what to do for a second. I feel like this is kind of still. What's that? It's a store that's about to close.
Forever 21.
How'd you know? You're a shopper, aren't you?
Yeah.
An avid shopper, you have
That's a
there.
girl.
Right? So, I'm gonna figure out how to ask the powers that be how to actually do this. Getting close, guys.
There it is.
We gotta figure this thing out. Anybody wanna say anything cool about their month? I know it's new.
I have something cool.
Sure.
I have an EP coming out in 2.5 weeks.
What? EP? Let's go, 2 weeks.
It's called Send Off. The pre-sync link isn't available yet. It's just your kids being weird. But
Okay. What you got? I know yours.
I passed my board again.
Let's go. You said a board exam? I don't know what that means.
I'm going to ultrasound school, so we have to take
Sorry,
boards
you can
to get our, it's like,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gosh, that's cool. Okay. I do have to let y'all know that we are filming today for broadcasting separate from the live. So if you don't want to be on TV, PBS, or on their website, then let the lady know in the blue hat, and yeah, we will make sure that you don't make it there. Or however, I'm sorry, I think I worded that wrong. If that's politically incorrect. Yeah, I'm trying to change. I'm working on changing the H&M Ounce Forever 21 music, but that's what we got for right now. So, if you're an avid shopper, I'm sure you enjoy this. Give me a second. I can't figure it out. So I have to ask the powers that be. Give me 1 second.
She was nervous. She was saying like she didn't know if she fit in trying to sing at a poetry event. And I told her like, no, song opens up the room. Like, we love it. It breaks the monotony. You know, you love your life. One, two, one, two. Oh, that's cute. The violence. One, two, mic check. Okay. Can't wait to hear these new pieces tonight.
New piece?
Last week, everybody had new pieces. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was lit.
That was great. For the strolls, you don't know.
So I told Tamara about it.
You know who's
But then I'm like, it's all free and it's
Yeah. It's a new piece. I mean, it's songs and a new piece. It's too, I said too much already. I said too much already. Ain't no way I'm gonna go up there and not sing. It's happening. Still. That's that right shot for real.
It's like 3 more times. So this is from last year. I did a poetry workshop with Tamara.
I didn't check it on my phone.
Cool.
So I get it, guys. That's a huge change for us. Now we went from shopping at Florida Mall to now moving and cruising down. We My website is live. It's built by Homespun Digital. And you got the president of Homespun Digital guys tonight. Let's see it here. Yes. Artists, if you need a website, that is the man to talk to. Being an artist gives you special rates. Talk to him. Hey, don't hype me up. I feel like I'm at a 90s party, but I know that I was only born in the 90s, so it's no way that I could have been doing that. That's see they do. Yeah, I know the moves though. I know the moves. Hold on, I know some other stuff. Let me show y'all some other stuff I know. Hold on, get it. What else they used to do? Oh, what's the other stuff? Oh, wait. Yeah. Is that the Humpty?
I don't know what that is.
No, that's not that.
I really don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I seen it on the movie once.
Having fun. That's all.
Yeah. I seen it on the movie once. House party, they do that. Oh. That's the Humpty. What's this?
30 seconds, you get out the door, man. That's called
Okay.
Chelsea.
Speaking of that, let me go ahead and pay mine right now. Nah, I'm just playing. Joking. April Fools.
What?
Get it in blood. No, I'm just playing. That's not funny. It's a joke, Ray. Don't be doing that. He's like, this guy's crazy. I'm trying out my stand-up comedy here tonight. It's all kinds of celebrities in the house. Can you stop? All these stars coming here tonight. I'm excited. Hello, celebrity. Nice to see you. Hey. You too? You too?
So that's the one. She look like the same one. She got the
Hey.
I can tell. Trust me, I know.
She's singing too.
I can tell.
You know, right?
She got the look.
She got the chops.
Everybody with the short in the back like that. They can sing.
If you got, the Fantasia, if you got the Fantasia, we know you got the pipes. Yeah. That's funny. Did you bring my hat?
No, man, because you have one already. You said it was.
Yeah. So, I don't know, if anybody would like to sit in the splash zone, feel free to come to the splash zone or mosh pit. Feel free.
The thing about sitting here is you're almost on all the social media pictures because when somebody is up here and taking pictures, you always kind of see some different content.
If you want that.
If you want that.
If you don't want that.
Yes.
We got it. Oh, yeah.
So fast, Lisa. If you don't know, I'll be so mad. But if you don't, ain't no way that you don't know. And all this don't matter. All that kind of
So, before that, first time, But after I'm you don't feel like you know, I started to text you to let you know I passed. I was like, oh, I passed my
Tony Mike. The house.
No, I can't stop. But I would. Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, 90% of what I just said is there's some instances where if I'm like an artist or a vibe,
No, no, I'm saying it's a yeah, she said some crazy stuff.
Capture live moments.
Is everybody who wants to be on the list on the list? If you did not sign the list is here in the corner. You want to sign the list, sign the list. All right. Also, gotta let you know we do have PBS here today. So if you don't want to be streamed or on anything other than live there, you gotta let us know. If you got any warrants, outstanding warrants that we need to know about, let us know. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. April Fool's guys. Look at that. April Fool's guys. Right. So yeah, let us know. So yeah, but we are about to get started. Tony, if you want to turn that down for us, Maestro, thank you so much. You want to invite me in, Kayla? All right. Cool. All right. All right, everybody, welcome to Diverse Words today. How y'all feeling? All right. I am your host, one of your hosts this evening, Marquise Lee, and we are about to have an amazing show. It's been a while since we've been here. It's been like about a month, right? Yeah. Right? And I was so tempted, right, to like go on Facebook and be like, yeah, you know it's April 1st. And, you know, I don't really delve into April Fool's Day thing, but, you know, I was really tempted to go in and like, yeah, no show today, just joking. But the thing is, see, beyond that, though, it was too close to being true. So let's not play like that, right? Let's not play like that. We good. So, beautiful day here today, and yeah, we're about to get started. Before I get started, I do got a few rules. That's cool. Say cool. Cool. Rule number 1 is respect the mic. Everybody say respect the mic. Respect the mic. Yes, please respect the mic. It is the number 1 fear in America to get up here and do this thing that I'm doing. So, you know, feel free to speak amongst yourselves very quietly. But sometimes if I can hear you from up here while I'm doing my piece, I might think that my clothes don't match or that there's a booger in my nose, and I'm self-conscious. So, you know, don't disturb me. Doing my own nonsense.
Hashtag don't disturb him.
Yeah. Also, rule number 2 is respect the venue. Everybody say respect the venue. Respect the venue. Yes, please respect the venue. They were so kind to invite us into their beautiful space. They got tons of beautiful art all on the walls. Everything you see is for sale. Please, let's like not lean on the walls, not touch the walls, etc., etc. If we have any trash, let's please get into the trash. If there's a spill in aisle 7, let me know. I'll clean it up. Or John Study, you know, sharing our game, we'll get it clean. All right, rule number 3 is have fun. Everybody say have fun. Have fun. Yeah, we here to have fun. Like to hear some cool poems. People gonna sing some beautiful songs, and I might tell a joke. Y'all don't want me to go in my back pocket and get my jokes out. I might have wrote some for tonight. I got one. I ain't gonna tell it though. I ain't gonna tell it. All right. So
Tell a joke.
which I did. So the worst relationship I ever had would have to be with a cigarette. Yeah. I think it was our zodiac signs though, you know, because I'm a Sagittarius and she was a Cancer. All right. Tough crowd. All right. Anyway, so why was the detective so sweaty?
Why?
Because he was working undercovers. Man, come on, man. That was a good one. That was
That's a
original.
knee slapper.
Yeah, right? Whatever. All right, cool. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have all your attention for this experience you're about to witness is one that you want to mention to your friends. So please, add us to your friends list. From the multi-talented artiste Marquise Lee. As you can see, I'm a poet, and then if you look on IG, you'll see I'm a bit of a painter. But I'm also a photographer and a videographer. And I once wanted to be a stenographer, so I found much of an obstacle to be use the words I like to use. And I must admit that for wordsmith, that just might give me the blues. But enough about me, for I am here to serve you and introduce you to a few that may mellow out your mood. So without further ado, I appreciate your patience as I bring some poets up on this stage to create a night of elation now. Are you ready for your first artist? Let me hear you say word. First up to the stage, I have for you your co-host who's been supporting Diverse Word for a really long time. Diverse Word been going on since 2006. I think 2006. 2006. Yeah, that's a full 19 years. Somebody correct me on that.
This year will be 19 years.
19 years. This year will be 19 years. On September 6th. 19. Thank you. His daddy in the house, so you gotta let him know. All right, so please put your hands together right now for Big John Study.
If you love poetry, say yeah. If you love diverse words, say yeah. All right, so guys, thank you so much for coming to Diverse Word. You all are beautiful. We're gonna have a wonderful time tonight. I just want to add a little bit to the rules that were placed as groundwork. If anybody is here and they're parked outside and you want to be assisted to your car, please let me know while I'm not on stage and I'll walk you to your car. The worst thing me and Marquise will want to know is that somebody was hurt or there was a challenge or anything while we're all here enjoying ourselves. So please let us know and I will walk you to your car. Okay? That's very important to us. Second, when we talked about respecting the mic, you guys always respect the mic. The challenge is just that sometimes voices travel from the back. So you think you're not talking very loud and it travels. Or you have a lot of anxiety, you can't wait to go. You want to perform so bad. And then when you finally go, your anxiety is going, and now you become a chatterbox. So now you're going to sit down and you kind of want to talk now. Or people sometimes come up to you and they want to talk to you. But just let them know, you got to check for the person that's up here, okay? All right, and the last rule, this is voluntary. You may do a piece, and while you're doing the piece, you may want to say trigger warning. And what trigger warning does is it gives you the opportunity to set different ears on your head to let you know that the person that's doing the piece already knows that they may say things that may trigger you or challenge you or bring things up in your memory that make you feel uneasy. So if somebody says trigger warning, you already know already, okay, I need to put on some different ears because they may say things that could trigger me. However, give that poet an opportunity to redeem themselves in the piece, come through with it. Hopefully it doesn't make you feel too uncomfortable, but we appreciate you. Okay? All right. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. It's a great new piece. I just finished it Friday. I believe it's not finished, but however, I'm still going to share it. And it is called, or it's entitled, Be a Man. If straight people say no Diddy, do gay people say yes Diddy? Or yes Diddy, yes. Yes. Sorry, that's part of the piece. Here we go. I decided to write a piece which purpose would be to encourage empathy, understanding, and self-reflection. To explore themes of identity, masculinity, and to address the elephant in the room as it pertains to social norms. I've never had a gay friend. Meaning, it was never my intention to bond or have a brotherhood with any gay men. Raised in a Christian family, amen? Jehovah's Witnesses didn't allow much wiggle room. The moment I was born, my father was Johnny on the spot. And it was his mission to make sure his son, Johnny Ridley Jr., was straight at 6 o'clock. Stop crying like a girl. Be a man. No, you can't have no Jerry curl. Be a man. I remember asking my father for that red leather jacket. You know the one that Michael Jackson used to wear? And my father said, Michael Jackson is a... Stop looking at Michael Jackson and his clothes. I'm the one who's going to teach you how to stay on your toes. The wrong relationship will delay your purpose, son. That goes for friendships as well. And the Bible tells us those people are destined for hell, walking around flinching and twitching. You better get up your butt up off that ground, laying down when your mother's cooking in the kitchen. I'm sick of you coming home and watching you laying down, watching soap operas with her arms. You're going to work with me tomorrow and bring your bike. Those little boys around my job will make sure you know how to fight. You're going to be a man. No boy George, Michael, Sherman, Hensley, Leroy from Fame in my house. Being an alpha male and black masculinity was ingrained in my brain. Conversations at football camp were basically the same. They backed up my father's sentiment. You can't do 50 push-ups straight? What are you, gay? Be a man. How could I ever forget that camp? Sore hamstrings and triceps, the smell of fresh cut grass, sleeping in those old wooden cabins while mosquitoes were biting me all over my, the mosquitoes were biting you all up. You miss your mommy and your daddy. It's only been a week. Be a man. By the time I left high school, I had my marching orders. I knew the doctrine of male privilege backwards and forwards. I'd rather be dead or a broke man than have a sprained wrist with a broke hand. I don't smile in pictures. I ain't no joke. Man, tight pants. No way. Baggy was the fashion. And I don't mind going to the village of Manhattan and do some gay bashing. How could God be mad at me for taking that action? He burned them up in Sodom and Gomorrah and handing out these knuckle sandwiches, got these vegetarian chicks feeling my aura. I never considered their torture. I never considered their horror. I never considered my karma. They were isolated. Most in childhood had been violated. Told the creator of the universe wanted them annihilated. My locker room jokes and homophobic slurs poisoned the air and opened up wounds that I was unaware that I made. As my voice traveled, I left people unraveled. Being careless and cruel, I was plagued with the spirit of ridicule, making me feel unlovable. It was venom I used against the marginalized and the oppressed. How wasn't I able to relate? Knowing my people suffered the same fate, God has given us all one blood and extended the same grace. I apologize for the times I purposely made you feel uneasy around me and threatened. I apologize for not representing the love of God and using Bible verses as a weapon. I've been a part of the problem. My actions have inflicted pain and suffering. I contributed to the hate, inflicting scars that may even remain to this day, calling you and not your actions an abomination. There is a difference. Implying that you're subhuman. What was I doing? Claiming to be righteous, claiming to personify love. Instead, I twisted the gospel and persecuted you on my own accord. Oh my Lord, I'm falling on the sword. To every broken soul, I pray you can learn to let go. God's grace is sufficient. My outlook is different now. Not only can I be a man, I am a man. I have made mistakes. God has not. Thank you so much. Big_John_study. If you love poetry, say yeah. Coming up next to the stage. Give it up for this phenomenal poet. You are going to love her. Everybody, give it up for Rebecca. Come on, keep clapping till you get here. Come on, Rebecca.
Hello. On February 18th of this year, my last living grandmother passed away. So this is a poem for her. It was one that I was able to write for her and read to her while she slept. So it's titled "She Too Was a Pearl." Abuela is a 4'8" iron stove in a kitchen too small for the weight of her history. She understands the language of flour-dusted palms, the poetry of twisting dough between calloused fingers, the way warmth rises not just from the oven, but from her chest. I wonder what it is like when America tried to make her hands soft, when they wanted her to fold instead of fight, to press her history into something more digestible. Did she know that when her knuckles pressed masa into form, she was really pressing my mind to a woman, seasoning her tongue with an accent that would never quite wash out. They dusted white flour on her lips, rolled her vowels like dough, kneaded her into something new, but still she did not break. At 6, I don't know yet why her voice has edges, why her back bends but never bows. I have not yet touched the cutting board, have not yet learned the weight of a rolling pin, but I watch. I listen to the women in my family who cry standing up, who hold their grief in their hands like dough, and make it something we can eat. In her kitchen, I learned that love can put food on the table, but it cannot keep the table from being sold. Still, Abuela kneads, still she shapes, still she remembers even when she forgets. And so I remember for her. I carry her hands in mine, brown skin, all poem, no cuts. My social media is at, I'm gonna spell it, REVEQIT.
Wait.
Oh.
Hold on. All right. Go.
REVE.
R-E-D-E.
Oh no, B.
These are Bravo.
REVQIT_.
I see. Got you. Follow that.
Thank you so much, you guys. We ready for your next poet? Say yeah. Yeah. Give it up for Queen P.
Let's go, Locks.
Hey y'all. Been a while. This is a old poem,
Oh, yes.
but I think it's fitting. I read it back to myself, and the version of me then learning lessons in love, I feel like has kind of came out of that. So it's called Could Have Been. I could have been the best thing you ever had. Like Beyonce, I wanted you bad. I used to pray for you with everything that I had. God, your heavenly Father, send the moon and stars in my life. Send me the heavenly creation who won't think the sun could set or rise on me, for he sees my soul, my essence, my light. I used to think that my light that shines across galaxies was meant to slow down and orbit you. That it was meant to pause for an eternity, stretching, bending, growing beyond the size of your small planetary moon. Your planetary moon cratered with the shadow lands of emotional strife, covered in the darkness devoid of life, devoid of attachments, yet forging one, all the same, is my light, my essence, in hopes of connection. I used to think that to love was to give away my sons to Father's time, to men, to the universe, to you without thought, because to give up my light meant something ventured and something gained. It meant safety without the net, love without the mess, a person to which I could call home, and yet, the sacrifice was too great. If this is love, I am returning to sender. I am packaging it up with double the stamps for an expedited shipping. I rebuke this fallacy that traces around in a cloak called love, for I and my light are worth greater. We deserve a whole constellation in which to roam and grow, a supernova that can nourish our soul. A love so pure the darkest stars ask no questions, it is willingly explode, implode, reload upon the energy we create. We deserve a love that knows no bounds, that transcends time and space, that wanders through these ancestral plains and back again with grace, leisurely, no pace, for nothing can stop it from coming home to us. We are worth more than the currency of the lands we inhabit, more than the finite resources man seeks, more than the 7 wonders of our world and the zodiac constellations of the galaxy. I used to think like the tide to the ocean you were for me, that we were vibrating on a wave as strong as the bass that stirs up from the drop of the beat, that regardless of the change in tempo or the 4/4 count of the song, you and me, we still rock steady. I used to overthink and overanalyze everything. Am I asking too much? Taking up too much space? Am I crowding his thoughts? Are my wants and needs too much of a departure from fantasy? Have I killed the chase? But the realness in me, God makes no mistakes. He destroys, he gives, he takes, he creates avenues for us to travel down as we make a life within our purpose. While I told him what could have been, I know the timbre of the only voice I seek to validate me. On a dark and stormy night, this voice is like the smooth, rich honey from a honeybee. This voice is strong and resonant like tenors on saxophone when they croon the melody. This voice is the lily in the valley and the cotton in the field. It is the warmth and vibrant and faithfully homegrown. This voice is my own. Yes, I know now what I deserve. I no longer deserve what could have been, but what will be. I deserve the light at the end of the tunnel. I deserve the surety of the vessels that travel the 7 seas. I was made to be revolutionary, and like Amanda Seales says, a revolutionary woman's love will not be won passively. It is won by going through the turbulent rapids, falling through the dense, dark forests, climbing the highest of risk cold mountains just to get to me, just for the chance to be with me on this next adventure in this thing called life. So yes, I could have been the best thing you never had, but just like Beyonce yet again, I'm so through with that, honest. I really am so through with pouring energy into empty vats and hoping for a return. Hoping, no wishing for the sun's warmth and only getting an intense sunburn. Only hearing what I want to receive, actions that constantly turn me into the villain. That turn me into the savage wolf I fight every day not to be. That seek to rob me of my light, my spirit, the very essence of my being. No, we've moved on from could have beens to the fruition of manifestation, to the crisp and clear path of creation, divination, and purpose. We've elevated to self-love, self-care, and self-patience, letting self-worth and self-completion of the expectation. No, I no longer want what could have been, I want what's for me. I want what will make my soul spark and radiate positivity. I want to continue to make waves, whether I'm with somebody or nobody. I want to be surrounded by a tribe of people who respect the journey, who respect the pleasure and the honor that it is to know me, not to know of me, but to really know me. So I say farewell to the lost connections, the almost false starts, the fan flames of possibilities and the strong desires of what could have been. And I open my heart to the here's and the nows, to the love letters, to the ink pens. I open my soul to the dewy new beginnings of when. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Lit Soul Vibes, all one word.
Yes, give it up for Queen P. Let's go, give it up for Queen P, guys. Are you ready to be inspired? Yeah. Are you ready to be motivated? Yeah. Are you ready to be swept off your feet? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys are ready for this boy's charm that I'm about to bring up to the stage right now. Give it up for your other co-hosts, Marquise!
Hey, do you not see this beard? I'm a grown man. I'm a man. Nah, it's cool. Yeah, welcome. I'm glad to be back. Right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta love.
Tiny, tiny.
Thank you. You know, it's in the moment, you know? I knew that though, by the way. I know how to put on a cap to a bottle and unscrew it and so on and so forth. Yeah, anyway, so, I was called, oh, I do have to let y'all know, if you don't know, all those who just came in, we do have, PBS here tonight, you know, for PBS. Yes. So if you don't want to be streamed on TV or on the website, let us know, and then we'll make sure that that doesn't happen for you. Every time I say it, it sounds like I'm saying it politically incorrect. It's like that second part. So I'm gonna find the right way to say that, and then you know I'll figure out how to do it. Yeah, right? Your presence does not exist, you guys. That's not good. We want everyone to be here that's here, who showed up and spent their time to come here. We appreciate y'all greatly. So I couldn't decide exactly what poem I wanted to do. And I've been ever so busy, and so I got a new piece. But it's not committed to memory. And I think that that's okay. Reading. So in my transparency, I'm gonna go ahead and read my new piece while I don't have it committed to memory. It's called Dear Poetry. Anybody, other poets in here wrote a poem to poetry before? That's me. So this will be my second poem to poetry. And it goes, Dear Poetry. I'm sorry? Oh. All right, here it goes. Dear Poetry, you found me fragile-minded, crouched in the corner of a cube, fruitless, using words like useless to describe self. The image melts as you remind me that I am worthy, a warrior wandering toward yet another battle, bruised and battered, yet bound to be victorious, dear poetry. It was you who showed me that gloomy days too can be glorious, that seeking inside I'd find ways to fill spaces where avoidance lives, dear poetry. Whenever glades of waves rain down on me, you rain down on me. I welded you like a shield as I shed tears, too many to count. Count time came and I was on my bunk, you boiling in my lungs, bleeding from a ballpoint or being etched from the lead of a pencil, pointing me towards purpose and passion in a fashion that was unlike anything I've ever felt, dear poetry. I would possibly be dead without you. Drifting within the ethers, an energetic vibration patiently awaiting to meet a familiar frequency, dear poetry. I used to think that it was you who needed me, but now I know it's me that needed you. So, thank you. So it's unfinished. So I'll go over it again the times, and then I'll have a better delivery for that poem.
Sounds good.
Thank you. So I'm gonna work on it to get it committed to memory. But did y'all know that this show has been going on since 2006? Somebody said 2006. Oh my goodness, 2006. That's a full 19 years. Yes. And it's been going on. It was started by the one and the only. And if y'all don't know, yeah, you gonna chant his name. I think it's a good idea. I think we should all chant. Those who know, we'll chant, and it's for theatrics, right? But yeah, he. So what happened was essentially the show went on for let's say 17 years, and he's growing in his career and needing to be, absent less, and so he's having other people like host the show, interchanging people out, and so on and so forth. And I reached out to him once, and I'm like, yo, this is a true story, guys, by the way. This is before I was a full-time artist. So I'm at my carpentry job. I'm a carpenter by trade, yeah, so I can do drywall and so on and so forth. But anyway, so I'm at my carpentry job, and I don't remember what the conversation was before that, but I reached out to him like, yo, if there's I love what you're doing in the community, if there's any way that I can, be of assistance to you and help out and so on and so forth, y'all would love to, be more active. And he said, can you take over my show? I'm like, oh, bro, sure. it's a couple people, but you know, if you can't, it's cool, but you know, would you? And I'm like, you know, yeah, you know, with all the doubt in my voice, right? Knowing I'm getting all beat, biting off when I can shoot, I'm just like, yeah, sure. And so, almost 2 years later, I mean, here we are. So I'm ever so grateful. November 14, 2023, I believe, was his last time, and I've been doing it since December 5 of 2023 is when he passed the baton to me. I meant to bring the tangible, have a physical, tangible baton that he passed over to me. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like a trophy. So anyway, next up to the stage, please put your hands together right now for the Poet Laureate of Orlando, Sean. Welcome!
I think Marquise just lost the baton. He's been getting so I'm bringing next joke in the trash. This is trash.
It is, honestly.
I have good news to share. On Monday, I passed my MA defense. Which means I'll be graduating with my master's degree on May 3rd. So, in applied sociology. So, yeah, really cool, really cool. I'm not gonna go too deep into my applied project or what I presented before the committee, but I started off my presentation to them with this poem. So I thought it would be, to keep in the same spirit of that, I was gonna do this, but I don't really perform this as much anymore. But it's called Black Travel, and it's like the story of the Negro Motorist Green Book. This is a publication that African Americans use that had listings of all of the safe spots they can go to so they wouldn't get harassed and whatnot to stay safe as they were traveling through the Jim Crow South. So, this piece is called Black Travel, and I have one more after this just because I need to practice it for a gig in Philadelphia tomorrow. All right, great. Fancy! Philly tomorrow. All right. This is Black Travel. I am Afro-Guyanese American first generation. Light waves travel quite the distance just to send me extra kisses on behalf of the sun, aware of the fact that my faith has cast a total eclipse-like shadow on those aspects, so consider this the unread chapter. Black history is too vast to poetically capture in a scene, but for whatever it's worth, the book was green. Turn the page to 1936 to the 60s, swanky nightclubs, barbershops, hotels, black-friendly restaurants, beauty salons, and on, listings of the safe spots, annually updated by an underground network of black postal workers in the city. Funny how a racial caste system can be a catalyst to creativity, and ironically breed a brand of unconventional wisdom unique to one's own survival. Kids, check. Gas and water, check. Food that won't spoil too quickly, check. Cash, check. And don't forget the green book. This mic is too high. Okay. The Negro Motorist Green Book, A Traveler's Guide. Something like a code Bible for the open road. Picture the open sky. The double yellow lines like fingers soaked in yellow paint scratch the long back of black asphalt. Trees whiz by. Wishing the kids could hand surf out the window. Whistling, but it was no show tune for Jim Crow. Somewhere between the Library of Congress and Alexandria lie lesser known stories spoken by the griots. Traveling through space and time. Reading and speaking has been the engine driving upward mobility across class for eons. I struggled for a long time while his music playing in the background. Weird, but I can flow with it. If you want me to freestyle to the beat, I don't know. This is kind of impromptu with the lights off. I don't know what's happening. This is. I don't know what's happening. Sorry. Sorry, I'm a little thrown off. Can we turn the music off?
No, it's resetting.
All right. usually don't perform poems to tracks, so. That's exactly your fool's joke. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Oh, there we go. Come on.
That's Central Florida weather. What you say?
Man.
Dang OUC. Duke Energy.
Not Duke anymore. That's crazy.
All right. So, how are you doing?
Great.
It's so fire, brother.
The universe short circuited.
Blacked out, okay?
All right. In the interest of, should I finish that piece?
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like looking at time.
Rewind.
Oh man, I mean, work. Okay. All right. And this mic feels a little hot to me, so if y'all don't mind. I'm good.
I'm just trying to fix it. Well, that's all I was asking.
Yeah, it's like, it's peaking.
Yeah, it's feedback because the volume level's a little too
Check. Is this still, is this on at all? Alright.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So that's on.
Yes. Check. Alright.
It's not on. It's not on.
What's the last line I said? Pop quiz. Who's listening? Where should I start from? General answer. You know, the book part, you know. All right. So let's go with
Born.
lies, lesser known stories spoken by the griots, traveling through space and time. Reading and speaking has been the engine driving upward mobility across class for eons. I struggled for a long time. Kudos to Mr. Victor Hugo Green. On behalf of those black athletes, jazz musicians, military men, and women who had to lean on Green Book contents for a safer 10-hour drive in New Orleans, I am proud of past peers whose plights I can peer through. Life is lived in motion, but understood in its rear view. Never known a life of freedom, free of cost. Let us also remember Araminta Ross, also known as Minty. Changed her name to Harriet Tubman after she was legally free, certainly with its limits. She's illiterate but could read the North Star, and a combination of hymns and songs at alternate speeds to indicate danger or safety. Ain't no swamp monkey enough to hold back the tracks of freedom. I can see them. Whole families dependent upon Mother Moses. No staff, but a pistol and a clear path, ready to pull the trigger on any lot that would look back, praying. Praying while we wrapped babies cry only in concert with the owls or some other animals in the wild. Moonlight flickers against torchfire in the distance. The faint echo of bloodhounds, safe house to safe house, coded to stations. This is pre-Civil War mass migration after the Nat Turner massacre, after conducting the Underground Railroad for 8 years. She says, I never ran my train off track, and I never lost a passenger. Being proud of being black is not an indictment against non-blacks any more than it is being a proud dad or man or proud mom. I can't help who I are or who I be, intentionally bending the English language despite the English lit degree. Why not? Why not affirm God's creation as vaccination to combat the curses spoken over blacks for generations? I feel like seeds of offense stem from misconceptions of the intended audience. This poem just might be best suited for brown children, but if the inspiration fits, hey. The dancing spirit of Jubilee beckon you wear it with no limits, surfing on the sound waves of horns and drums. I invite you to sing songs in remembrance of overlooked sons and daughters like Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Sing with me for more. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. And so this is a piece I need to practice. Context, this is a conference for the American Occupational Therapy Association. It's a nationwide network of occupational therapists. And so they're doing the thing at the Pennsylvania Convention Center on April 3rd. And I will say this for that group. AOTA, consider this a movement. Pun and double entendre intended. Tending to limited mobility with intents to inspire is inspiring. Bridging the gaps between tragedy and what's possible is possibly the most unsung act of heroism, packed with practitioners, occupational therapy. Some see as just another field in healthcare. I sense and feel a family of advocates towards functional independence. Independence, free. Freedom is better than gold. To hold a toothbrush. Again. To hold a pen-to-pen poems, the exercise of free will. OTs and OTAs be facilitators of fine motor skills. A caring community in compliance with compassion and science, in concert with creativity and evidence. It is evidence that the American Occupational Therapy Association both protects and advances the profession. Through political activism and the sharing of resources, changing lives through professional development and stellar standards, fresh winds caress the sides of trains, a metaphor for movement and leadership, shifting forward for a fresh future, approaches both holistic and inclusive, considering cognition and psychosocial aspects of the whole person, not just some of our parts. You practitioners know that whole means that we are the sum of all of our parts, maximizing potential so that elderly don't have to do it alone. So that our children can play make-believe with shadows behind flashlights at home. Funny how we don't appreciate what we got till it's gone. The ability to belong and dress and cook in the kitchen, making one hell of a mess. This is life. Ambulatory at best. Occupational therapy co-creates access to a road paved with positive mental health, the part of well-being that goes largely unseen by most but you. With a legacy of 100 years plus, with patience, have a client-centered approach worthy to be admired. Consider this moment a movement. AOTA, a movement to inspire. Thank y'all. And first of all, from Marquise, John Steady, the whole crew, keeping the same going. So.
So, yeah, there y'all go. The culture of, or the beginning of diverse word, right? Beautiful. All right, next up to the stage. Please, thank you. Please put your hands together right now for the one and only Caitlin J. Morales.
I'm gonna forget it afterwards. I'm gonna sing a song with y'all tonight. Mainly because it's just been a really stressful day, and I just want to really, y'all, I think y'all know the song when it starts playing, and if you don't, shame on you. Tell me when you're ready. Literally all it takes. She was lost in so many different ways. Out in the darkness with no guide, and I know the cost of losing it. Never but the grace of God. Go I found heaven on earth. You are my last, my first, and then I hear this voice inside singing Ave Maria. I've been alone when I'm surrounded by friends. How could the silence be so loud? But I still go on, knowing that I've got you, 'cause it's only us when the lights go out. You are my heaven on earth. You are my last, my first, and then I hear this voice inside singing Ave Maria. Sometimes love can come and pass you by while you're busy making plans. It suddenly hits you and then you realize it's out of your hands. Baby, you've got to understand you are my heaven on earth. You are my hunger, my thirst, and then I hear this voice inside. Ave Maria.
Give it up for Catherine J. Morales! See, I got a chance to say it anyway. You see I snuck it in? Give it up for Catherine J. Morales. Give it up. This poet I'm about to call up next, and big up Simba. Simba's in the house. Big up Simba. That's one of our heavy hitters. Coming up next to the stage is one of my favorite poets. I have a lot of favorites, but this gentleman is one of my favorite poets. I went in his DM last month, and I said, please come back, and don't just come back to visit, but please come back and allow people to see your expertise. This is your favorite poet's poet. Give it up for my dude. Start clapping now, come on. Give it up for my dude, Ray!
Thanks, John. Nothing like raising expectations. Okay.
You can be
Oh, captain, my captain.
That's my coach.
Don't be nice.
And my coach. And my coach.
And my landlord.
I know none of these people.
You got that.
You can't put together a goddamn checkbook.
The thing about being half dolphin, half shark, is that aquariums love you. Want to put you on display, point out your parts as if your parents were a car wreck. Twisted metal fragments folded together, parsing which pieces of you came from where, using the words dominant traits and recessive genes like their designer, clothing. Meanwhile, zoologists try to absolve you, a broken Rubik's Cube, because no scientist suffers an aberration, drawing categories like fish hooks to hang you on. The thing about being half dolphin, half shark is they don't know which tank to put you in. Sharks keep counting your teeth as though you will make sense once those numbers add up. Dolphins listen to your gills and wonder, why is your nose so flat? They'll try to speak to you in clicks and whistles that only sound like clicks and whistles to you. They will secretly make fun of the size of your blowhole. Sharks will question you if you even like chum, or if that's too much blood for your mouth to handle. You have to prove your evolution with every bite. Try not to play so nicely with humans because it looks bad. The sharks, though, will think there's too much dolphin in you. The dolphins, well, they'll think there's too much shark in you. Can't get past the smoke in your eyes, how you chew too loudly. The thing about being half dolphin, half shark is you learn how to be alienated from both classes. How not to belong to anything because you're born not to belong to anything. You try to remember that your parents birthed you out of love, not permission. Try to remember that labels are unnatural, that labels are zoologist concerns, not yours. But the thing about being half dolphin, half shark is humans only like you behind glass. You see, people can't handle contradictions. When they see fangs, they need walls to keep you in. List you as threatening, not satisfied unless you're performing. Wouldn't defeat you so long as you stay blunted jaws and raised flipper, but still, you become the nightmare they want to be rid of. Fins swimming down Main Street without asking permission. They start imagining their neighborhoods as steel cages submerged. You certainly make meals of them. They think they make good meals. Don't know they smell spoiled catfish. Don't know you long for salt water, for ocean floors fathoms from their incessant splashing. But the thing about being half dolphin, half shark is people see what they want to, forget what they want to. Will make you the main course if it feeds them. Will make you the star attraction if it pleases them. But no matter how they tax you, you must remember you're not really half anything. You are whole everything. You are the stuff of legends, the myths they tell, because that's what humans do when they don't understand something. You become Kraken, Scylla, Charybdis. You become Bigfoot, blurring out assumptions. You become Phoenix, rising from the ashes of their disbelief. You must remember that legacy is a wake you leave, and not the grumblings of bipeds who never ventured beyond the shallows of their own gene pool. Bipeds who scream and shout and march and burn, but never use their voices to echolocate the truth in the dark. But the thing about being half dolphin, half shark, the most important thing about being half dolphin, half shark, what you must remember about being half dolphin, half shark, is that you decide what that means. If you don't, someone will do it for you. Label you a freak, mistake, a traitor, or a fake. They will shove you in the smallest container they can find. Smiling waves as you thrash against the sides. Deny that your very inheritance is the ocean. That the sea runs through your veins, but it does. But it is. You are a colossus of roads standing between continents. You are a bridge in a world filled with walls. You are enough. So don't ever let anyone tell you different. Thank you. So my name is Ray. I'm part of Orlando Poetry Slam. We do poetry events in and around Orlando. We're sending a team to Southern Fried in Knoxville, Tennessee. You'll see some of us performing today. I am coaching. If you can, we'd like to have donations because it costs money and we're all poor. So yeah, if you can, you can follow us on Instagram and we can have a link to our GoFundMe. Or if you want to Venmo me, I have a phone and I can do that like immediately. Eventually, we'll have chapbooks for everybody who decides to donate. So thank you very much, and hopefully you'll have a great night at Orlando Poetry Slam on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Got the mic hot. Give it up for Ray again, you guys. Coming up next to the stage is a great friend of mine. She is a phenomenal poet. She is a phenomenal writer, and I can't wait to hear what she is going to share tonight. Give it up for Dream! Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream. close eyes.
Hey, can you all turn around so I can beat him to death without witnesses? No.
I won't let it happen.
Please?
Oh, there we go.
New piece.
New piece.
And a biscuit.
Trigger warning? The history of fuck off. No means no. It is a whole conversation, the end of a sentence, the whole sentence. In English, it's no. Spanish is no. French is even considered enough to give you an extra N after the O in case you missed it the first time. Unless you only speak Latin, you know a word for no. Double-edged sword, I know, because in Latin there's no word for yes either. Not that you listen here for it anyway. Fun fact, no is spelled N-O in like 5 different languages. Congratulations, you're stupid in all of them. Okay, maybe not stupid, but definitely naive. And I have to believe that, because if I don't, then I'm forced into the realization that you never cared to listen to my response in the first place, and that no was not a word you were going to respect anyway. For context, no is inherited from Middle English. No, N-O-O-N-A, is reduced from none or not any, used before consonants from Old English, not in any degree, not at all, not ever. And though it has been shortened to 2 letters, it is still the most powerful statement we have. Okay. Now that all the men in the room have rolled their eyes and started flicking through the phones, I can talk to you, women. I will die on this hill for your right to pursue any and all forms of happiness, but I also have to be forced to call out our bullshit. It's just what a good friend does. So why are women some of the first ones to victim shame or blame? Even when most of us out here can personally relate, why are we letting men alchemy the words that are coming out of our mouths just so they can turn no's into maybes, to yes, to silence, just so it's easier to ignore it? Don't get me wrong, I'm not blind to the rightfully placed fear women have at the prospect of possessing enough audacity to say no to a man. I'm not immune. I've fallen down the yes but no slope so many times I have created an unwelcome path. I have run through this body more times than I can count on the grounds of keeping the peace from not making it worse, justifying why my no's weren't really no's, they were just undecided. So I understand what we're up against. But some things cannot be overlooked. The sentence, well, look at how you dress, should never be a statement anyone speaks, let alone from a woman? Where did we go wrong? We're the ones that are supposed to understand, support, and console. Why? We don't need your extra shame. We already blame ourselves enough anyway. Can we all just unify and agree that no needs to be no. No can't equal chase me. Can't equal you didn't try hard enough. Can't equal prove me wrong or change my mind. We have to stop giving them roadmaps to detour around unpleasant words. To those men who are just naive or just don't understand the depths at which this goes to, let me help you out. Silence is a no. I don't know is a no, maybe is a no. A forced yes is still a no, and also, no is an answer, not an attack. To quote Hamlet, Act 3, Section 3, line 92. No. There. A man has said it. Maybe now you'll hear it and respect it.
Give it up for Dream, you guys. Coming up next to the stage, I've only heard this poet rock one time, but he rocked the house. and he has won a slam recently. I saw on Facebook he killed it. So I want you guys, without any further ado, give it up for Zay!
Hi guys, I'm Z. I am Danger_Pancake on Instagram. This is called Poverty Rhapsody. There is a large effort put on by a small group of people to attempt to decide what we care about, distracting us from each other. Divide and conquer tactics, react quick, separate with so-called wars, it's a hat trick. Culture wars, class wars, do you have the facts wars? Can you fax the facts so we can not cover attacks? Thousands attacked by hundreds of criminal acts or heartstrings just snap. Still slowly dying families left non-intact, then they have to go back to their lives as if they can backtrack, no that didn't happen. Pen and paper can't solve that. Your body's going to be going through some changes. They're just growing pains, you know? Don't you know that I'm losing my focus? There is just too much going on. People are dying out like locusts. We're all looking for a new dawn. This is no longer about culture. This is white phosphorus and bombs. Ceasefires and safe zones are over. This new order's not a new one. Paper-thin facades of wealth or status crumble to dust. What's your life's lot? Watching people alone, getting Orpheus, pretty easy to see what's right and what's not. Vociferously clamp down on literacy. You see they're literally looking for idiot leagues to fight for civility. Their society where all right people sing and rains of bullets rain to end hostilities. For the peace that brings us like the end of the sings, the Rashids, all the Farids, and the gringos will all cheer and laugh to mask their fear. Watching people get shot down will they shoot deer. Is that clear? Or have you covered your ears? Do you hear the sound of children losing their here, there, down, up? We're all fucked up. There's a mass dump of bodies piled up, stump by stump by stump by stump. But nobody cares because it's all over there that they share, posed by the ghosts of the billions scared of our bombs and our guns we supply to terrorize their lives and we cover with lies all over crimes and criticize anyone critical of genocide to get by. We go back to our lives of criminal ties, shit rise, food lines, thick thighs, break minds, sick guys, lick dies, forget it's all connected and get high. Get distracted enough to never ask why. Organize, don't order lies. Mobilize with less mobile ties. Love each other. Stop the divides. Thank you.
You guys, I want you to give it up for this poet that's coming up next. Listen, man, she's phenomenal. She's going to kill it. I don't know what she's going to do, but I am sure that you are going to enjoy it. Start clapping right now, ladies.
Hey y'all. Hey. I'm gonna do a piece I haven't done in a while. Oh, please. Forgive me if I mess up. No, it's fine. To my dear melanated man, don't you know that you are beneath me? For decades, you have been beaten. Whether it was tied to chains or on the back end of a 187, we had still found ways to have you weaken. Ending our legacies because they feared the power that you was creating. And to top it all off, You got your own black women out here calling you bitch ass niggas because you failed to step up to the plate that you was eating from, talking about eating. Check it. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing you locked up. And I'm tired of seeing you dead. And I'm tired of you walking out on your babies on the ass next bitch to head. Now what makes you think a real one wants a deadbeat laid up in her bed, cooking for a lazy nigga and you ain't even spared her no bread? Then y'all wanna put y'all hands on bitches? And then be crying when the next nigga wanna give y'all stitches? Out here showing your damn ass and poop your fucking britches, looking like damn rags when your history full of riches. Then y'all wanna be out here fighting, light versus dark when you're all fucking brown. What happened to fighting with your fists, man? Put the fucking guns down. You out here acting a fool, with the mind of a joke in the face of a clown, and we just want you to get your fucking life together and put back on your crown. Spin this back around. Don't you know that you are beneath me? Like you don't understand that it is your roots that fuel the street. We all had the bad fruits of your labor, like it wasn't your seeds that was planted inside me. You don't even know how you are the reason for the air that I breathe. Don't you see? It's your ground that I walk on. Your roots planted in the soil. I thought we left the hatred in the past while we staring at turmoil. Don't you know they looking for another nigga? And you out here causing your own embroil. Now you just another nigga in the pot, turn the heat up. Boy, check it. I know this shit sucks. We all had to grow up learning how we suffered at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan. But don't you know they're looking for another nigga? Ooh. We all had to grow up learning how we suffered at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan. Ooh. But we all had to grow up learning how we suffered at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan. That you at my core, beneath the surface of who I am, rooted deep inside of me. I can't be woman without man. Don't you know what the root is? It's more than what's just hidden beneath the surface. It is the anchor, a steady supply of nutrients like Earth's core, your nucleus. Matter of fact, I was the seed that was in your nutsack. Would have never been here without you, and that's that. And this is the struggle that we fought for. Flashback. Your great-great-grandfather was probably hung from a tree, lynched on Sunday mornings after praising God's glory. And your great-great-grandmother was probably raped and survived to tell the story, but didn't go into details because the details are self-explanatory. Flashback. Before you were slaves, you were kings, leading monarchies for centuries. They stripped us of our powers and forced us into slaveries. And you allowing them to do it again, only this time it's the penitentiaries. And we could be watching movies on pharaohs, but instead, life behind bars became our new documentaries. Tell me, what was the hymn that you originally chanted? Did you forget to walk with your head up high and not slanted? The soil is wrapped around your roots, and don't take it for granted. And the next time I tell you you'll please me, remember you're the root to the seed you planted.
SIMPLYLA, the number one.
Get up, Lala! You guys want to keep it up with some heat? This next poet is going to give you something. I don't know what he's going to do, but he is my guy. He also hosts the Poetry Night himself. He is fire, to me, in my opinion. For the last 2 years, he is the most improved poet in all of Orlando. Let me invite you into his world. Get up for Arjun!
I'm a sweaty man, so I'm trying to style it.
My sweater teammate!
I have a dress. My name is Arjun Bala, host of the Open Mic every Wednesday at Austin Coffee, Wednesday Open Words Open Mic every Wednesday at Austin Coffee, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. You can find out more information about that at Wednesday Open Words on Instagram. Spelled normally. If you want to follow me specifically, you can follow Arjun Bala Orlando. That's ARJUN BALA Orlando. That's also a drawn out bit because time. And also, I have more important things to plug, like Orlando Poetry Slam. Woo! God, the rent's so expensive. Oh my God, planes are so expensive. We tried to buy a whole plane, guys. Instead, we got an old Volvo from 1977. We strapped pieces of sheet metal on it, and that's what we're using to transport ourselves to the barren wasteland of Knoxville, Tennessee. We're braving first Gator country, then ending up in volunteer country. This is a scary drive, y'all, and we need your help to give us protection. We need all the money you can give us. No, in all seriousness, it's covering a lot of different expenses. It's a wonderful event that will be coming to Orlando next year. But this year, we are going to Knoxville to show them, like, hey, this is what you're going to be seeing next year. Involved in that is going to be a lot of events that's going to help us grow as poets. Inspiration, we get to interact with poets from not just all over the country, but all over the world. There were poets there from, I believe it was Bangkok last year, which is crazy. But workshops, there's also involved with we need to eat, because it's 5 days that we're going to be in Tennessee, and hotels, and travel. And yeah, so it's a lot of expense, and I don't know if you know this, but poets are broke. And yeah, anything you're able to donate is much appreciated. Ray shouted out the Venmo. There's a GoFundMe about direct is always better because you don't want to get cut. It's GoFundMe. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna do a poem.
What?
I've been in poetry in Orlando since 2017, May 23rd. First show I went to was Diverse Word. Let's go. This is a poem that was kind of an ode to my Orlando, because between Orlando City and poetry, which are probably two things I'm probably most known for in the city, that is what brought me close to the city I've lived in my whole life. Welcome to the city beautiful, the suburban wasteland, loosely linked together by chains of links buses. The blue islands surrounded by red tides, as well as the sunsets on Gemini. Now, I feel like a lifetime in the world's destination, the South Side. So chasing dreams with OJ from OBT. Now, out-of-towners on vacation may be the face of the city, but beauty's in the eyes of the holder than we are the peripheral city. Existing outside of first glance, but always looking for a chance to broaden horizons. Open your eyes. You may not know what you're looking for, but inspiration awaits those who dare to explore. Beneath the murals of Mill Speak, the city speaks in many tongues, shades, and flavors. My #1 fans, tongue, tie, and trim, be food for the soul, but the B-boys be top rocking. Unlock my words to speak my piece at Ryan's Block. Who's next? Well, the MCs flex non-stop Monday nights at Austin's Coffee. No matter what the context be, Sean Walton's going all to share diverse words and scatter the seeds of creativity like dandelions in the wind. The movement paints pictures with the pen, will send the photos of the X, and extends helping hands to young lives who've gone astray. She tells them we'll find a way out together. Just like the weather, hard times come in waves. With every scorching summer day spent the broken armed embrace of Lizzie's house with nothing but a cold pint to keep the spirit warm, the city reminds us. A lion's mind is not measured in the length of its claws, but the iron in its will to fight on when all seems lost. Behind every pulse here, there is a heart, beating with a love that can unite even the most fractured community. The beauty of the city beautiful is not in monuments of old or how many stories high are our buildings. It is in the untold stories waiting to be heard. It's easy to complain about construction around every corner. But how can we find any building blocks without building blocks? We pave these streets with the promise of tomorrow. The stratosphere is obstinate. We straighten the skies with our potential. Keep dancing, Orlando. A river feeling flows beneath our feet. We reach for the stars to guide us forward. See, we're down south chasing dreams. The real Magic Kingdom lives outside of them castle walls. It's in BBL, Kissimmee, Lake Nona, Hunter's Creek, Soto, Lake Eola, Paramore, Pine Hills, Metro West, Winter Park, Winter Garden, Apopka, Lake Mary, Castleberry, Oviedo. I'll always represent San Flo, the city of Orlando, where no one wants to stay, where everyone wants to go. This is my home, forever my city. What better place to find identity than a city building its own, Orlando. Supporting local art, local business. We keep these spaces alive by continuing to patronize them and support them. You don't take care of them, they go right away. Alright,
you guys, y'all ready for a little bit of singing?
Yeah.
Some singing. I don't mean just some singing, some singing. I'm singing. Are you ready? Give it up for Lyric!
I need this, but I don't know my words. Drop it down. Drop. Hey. First of all, how do you know what I was going to be and do? Because I actually got a new piece.
New piece?
Oh, my name is Lyric. Sometimes, most of the time. That's all I got to say. Alright, hear me out. Okay.
Hear me out.
Wait. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would be well earned. If we were made in His image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. Oh, on and on and on and on. Hi, I'm Lyric, non-religious but big on spirit. I can sing, draw, play keys, and occasionally spit some poetry. I tuck my crystals like a pistol, bitch, don't touch my piece. I'm the life of the party. I'm happy, friendly, bubbly. I believe that weed is medicine because that's what it is for me. And you don't want to see how I handle life without it. Because when this smile drops and then you see like Bella, baby, I'm about it. And like Kate Black, baby, I never lack. And like Big Study, baby, I got the And like Lil Wayne said, baby, don't worry about what's in my cup. It's my cup. Because I can be loved or I can bite your ass up. Alright? I use Dr. Bronner's and Palo Santo daily, so I'm clean inside and out. I like hippie holistic girls that turn straight slut when we go out. I can spot an undercover from a mile away. And I can prove to you scientifically that your baby daddy is at least a little bit gay. Listen, yes. I'm the controversial Gemini, true Floridian, but this waistline is Caribbean. Hey. All right, so hold on, switch. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. Hello, I'm Tamara, not Tamara. I use a nice, hello, I'm Tamara, not Tamara. Nice to meet you. I use a firm handshake and eye contact when I greet you. I keep a smile that hides all the feelings inside because right now just isn't the time. Yes, thank you. I'm doing just fine. And how are you? You see, I'm quite considerate too. Sometimes I'm just tan, but this is only around fam. Never been big on the glitz and glam, all smiles and hugs, big enough to cover the worst parts of me, but don't worry. You'll never see that, what? You'll never see the feeling inside that actually makes me me because I don't even want to go there myself. I'd rather continue to just pretend to be happy and I keep my hair nappy. I love locks. I love my locks, all luscious and long. I love music way too much to have a favorite song. Switch. Baby girl, give me some loving. Oh, yeah. I love the look on your face when I'm deep in love. All I need in my life, girl, is your loving. You. Girl, give me some loving. Oh. Hey, mamas. It's Denise. And if you're lucky enough to meet me, then you know exactly how much fun I really can be. Call me goddess when you're on your knees wrapping layers of rope from my shibari. This vlogger is just for you until we switch and it becomes for me. But I need you damn near crying before I release my energy. I have you folded, sweating, shaking, apologizing for mistakes that you never made and oops, made you come. But that's not enough. I need another one. I love when reward feels like punishment. It hurts so good. That's why I call it punishment. And when I'm done with you, catch me by surprise because giving you aftercare activates my submissive side. So use me for your pleasure until I say I can't take no more than go harder because you know I'm a fucking liar and your nasty little boy. Oh. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. Now I found who I am. There's no way to hold it in. No more hiding who I wanna be. It's
to make sure.
I don't think they follow me, so just in case
Hey,
they
you heard that
follow me.
thunder? You know who is following you? You heard that thunder?
It's me. God is following you. What can I say? It's me.
The budget is crazy.
My IG is Anahata_goddess, ANAHATA_goddess. Thank you. Oh yeah, I do locks too, so hit me up, please.
Coming up next to the stage, this poet is phenomenal. I know personally she's gonna have some amazing news to share with you. And I also know she wrote 2 or 3 new pieces this week, so I can't wait to see what she's gonna share. Start clapping now. Okay, Catherine.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Today is a good day. I passed my board exam. So this piece I'm going to read is basically about changing your mindset. I think we all have to change. We'll start with our minds, right? So words are powerful, as we all know, right? We all know that they can change the world, how we think, how the world comes. So this is a piece. It's a new piece called Change the Narrative.
New piece.
I wish I would breathe deeper. I wish I could have sex without feeling in debt. I wish I could be in the moment instead of way ahead. Or 6 months in the past, change the narrative. I will breathe deep. I will have sex and feel free. I will be in the present moment and change the narrative. They say be the change you want to be in the world, but what if I told you in order to change anything, we need to start from within? We all have things that we need to work on and heal to create that change in the world that we need to see, change the narrative. I will speak the change. I will act the change. I will live the change. I will allow the change to create a space in which we can all create a place where we can be the change that we want to be. So start changing the narrative. Thank you.
Let's go. Give it up for Kate Devlin again, please. This poet coming up to the stage right now is a heavy hitter. You hear what I just said? A heavy hitter. She's small in stature, but huge and powerful poetry. She wins slams. Her reputation precedes her. Right? Somebody say her name over there?
It might be.
Give it up for Avery.
I know.
Let's go.
They are my friends.
So I attempted to memorize my contrapuntal if you were here last month.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to do it by memory. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. Very tricky because it's a poem in 3 parts, so it's 3 different versions of the same words. Despair. There are moments when my insecurity catches my belt loop, snags and stays, a dysfunctional tool to dismantle myself from within. I got all the unnecessary baggage. My will to fight, a disillusioned joy, my better judgment. I am disarmed against despair. I hear the news that the children of Gaza have returned to open graves. The Sudanese have nothing left to eat. The West Coast is a chimney standing alone with no home to warm, and the highest office thinks I don't exist, but for propagandist agenda. And there I am, living hand to mouth, paying taxes, and participating in what was supposed to be democracy. I was supposed to be able to work my way towards feeling free. I'm just tired. Told that dream was a fantasy not meant for me to carry. It's hard to see a God in that. Hard to roll with the punches when I'm lying flat on my back, still catching my breath, waiting for the world to realize its mistake and take me back. Hope. I rise with the sun and the bird songs nowhere to be found. Joy is my own. It latches on and I am unstoppable. I mold into my own panacea, seek a generational curse and heal. It ends with me. My conviction regenerates. My smile proves to no longer be difficult to find. It has been right with me all along. What I once named impossible now breeds as a measure for growth. People fight best in the name of love. Dance and laugh on, sing and pray, even when they all but hope flames can find their fears before they do. Somehow a bed finds them each night. Dreams fill their minds, say, we can hear the birds singing. They know they have wings too. Perched on the ground, testing the wind and gearing strength to fly a runway line. It was always going to be a fight. Chasing first world necessities, living authentically. I know that I can rest and regain my strength for me to foster and then keep. To believe in blind faith, there comes a better day, and there is a lesson that it will be painful. But I can endure pain. I watch the clouds pass, pretending I see dinosaurs. They're small enough to fly. That is, thinking one needs to be a beast to touch the sky. Despair and hope. There are moments when I rise with the sun and the birds' songs, my insecurity nowhere to be found. Joy is my own. It catches my belt loop, latches on, snags, and stays, and I am unstoppable. I mold a dysfunctional tool into my own panacea, seek to dismantle generational curse and heal myself from within. It ends with me. I got all the unnecessary baggage. My conviction regenerates my will to fight. My smile proves to no longer be a disillusioned joy, difficult to find. It, my better judgment, has been right with me all along. I am disarmed against what I once named impossible. Despair, it now breeds as a measure for growth. I hear the news that people fight best in the name of love. The children of Gaza have returned to dance and laugh on open graves. The Sudanese sing and pray, even when they all have nothing left to eat but hope. The West Coast is flames. A chimney standing alone could find their fears before they do. With no home to warm, and somehow a bed finds them each night. The highest office makes dreams fill their minds, say, I don't exist. We can hear the birds singing. But for propagandist agenda, they know they have wings too. And there I am, perched on the ground, living hand to mouth, testing the wind, paying taxes and participating and gearing strength to fly in what was supposed to be a runway line. Democracy, it was always going to be a fight. We were supposed to be chasing first world necessities, able to work our way towards living authentically, feeling free. I know that I'm just tired. I can rest and regain my strength. I'm told that dream was for me to foster and then keep, a fantasy to believe, not meant for me to carry in blind faith. It's hard to see there comes a better day. And there is a God in that. A lesson that it will be hard to roll with the punches, painful, but I can endure pain. When I'm lying flat on my back, I watch the clouds pass, still catching my breath, pretending I see dinosaurs, waiting for the world to realize they're small enough to fly. That its mistake is thinking one needs to be a beast and take me back to touch the sky.
Still with me? Yeah. When I say diverse, you say word. Diverse. Word. Diverse. Word. Some poets are just okay. Some poets are just all right. Some poets are just amazing. But I know one poet who is just incredible. Give it up right now, you guys, for Just Incredible!
What up, y'all? My name is Justin Credible, aka Mr. Real Passion Flow. This is our entertaining life. You already know. Let me do something. It's a mix between old and new. So mix beats. What is a miracle? It's believing the impossible, defeating all your obstacles. March 25th, me leaving the hospital. Or January 1st, 2007, handguns in my face, point blank, none on my waist. Or 2010, when cops followed me, wrong identity, about to put an end to me. Or when mom and pop stopped me from jumping off the balcony, 10 stories when the devil hounded me. Every time that I breathe, it's a miracle. So this is literal, physical, spiritual. From scraping couch change to buy groceries, to me and my wife taking trips overseas. I'm real rap raw, nothing changed, I'm still at it. Hard to kill, bars of steel, feels classic. Nah, stillmatic, smart skill practice. Hard will, passion, God still has some miracles. BSO, with all due respect, I should have been locked up. Had several South Florida women knocked up, or shot by an op in a box truck. Intersection, Flamingo on Pembroke Road. 18 years old, hard-headed, in that zone, driving alone. I was drunk, high, asleep at the wheel, eyes closed, headed eastbound, y'all, I could have been gone. So many times my death has been postponed. My ugliest sins ain't ever been exposed. Somebody like me never put that white powder in my nose. Didn't sell my soul for silver and gold. It's a miracle I'm getting closer to my goals. So I thank God for the breath of life in my bones. Every day, protection in this cold world to make it home. Every night, warm food up on the stove. Conversations with loved ones over the phone. Promise to never leave me alone. That I'm actually gifted to deliver these poems. A miracle is the fact that the pen is way mightier than the sword. And every day is a chance and an opportunity to pay it forward. That's why I'm so grateful to be alive. Drawing outside of the lines of what y'all define as just rhymes. A miracle is you finally loving yourself. Prioritizing your mental and physical health. Getting back up when the system tried to beat the life out of you. Resurrection when so many people doubted you. No longer following rearview mirrors and pity party ambassadors. Self-sabotaging savages. It's escaping extreme, deep self-esteem massacres. You ain't gotta let go of the wheel. Grab hold of that cold steel. Rope to your throat or swallow all those pills. Hope is real. A miracle is loving, living, forgiving after heartbreak. Rolling in the deep past the beach and not being shark bait. It's a little 10-year-old black girl in Miami laying on a hospital bed, waking up from a coma. It's the ability to see the sunrise off the coast of Daytona. It's not dwelling on your past errors. It's focusing on what you could be doing right now that can last forever. A miracle is the fact that the pen is way mightier than the sword. And every day is a chance and an opportunity to pay it forward. Thank you. My name is Justin Credible, aka Mr. Real Passion Flow. You can follow me on all social media, Real Passion Flow, RealPassionsFlo, Real Passion Flow. This is our imitating life. You already know. Thank you guys.
Sir, give it up to Justin Credible. That was incredible. This poet that's coming up to the stage next, I love him because he's positive energy. Like, aside from just being a poet, every time I see him, he's peaceable, he's approachable, he's a kind brother. He always has like a spirit of encouragement on him. I don't know if he knows what I'm talking about him or not, but you better get ready to rock. Every time we come up here, he always leaves us in a better mood. Give it up for Primo.
That sounded nice.
That's a dab in synchronicity. So yeah, as that lovely introduction that John gave me, my name is Primo Santana. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York, but I've been living in all right, VX in the house. So, yeah, you know, I appreciate the introduction. Now, the piece I'm gonna be doing, I mean, it might be a slight trigger warning, so I hope I can be the ray of sunshine that he introduced me to be. But I wrote this piece. It's a new piece.
New piece.
I wrote it in February during Black History Month. I had plans to perform it then, but some other things that came up, I wanted to perform some other stuff at the time. So it had just been in the back of my mind to perform this. And with everything going on in the world, you know, I think we just need to think about where we've been, so hopefully we don't go there again. So the name of this piece is called The Cost of Freedom. Okay? The cost of freedom is different for every race, creed, or color. Some shades pay lower tolls, while others have to pay double to make the cover. Some shades were hung from trees because their heart desired those skin tones who were different from their own sisters and brothers. Just because of a difference in pigment would determine if you were let in. And if it was darker than a paper bag, it would decide what establishment you were let in. Let that wild reality just set in. Even for a moment, how the percent of melanin your body retained determine if you were 3/5 of a person or at the bottom of a boat chain. How if your skin tone was lighter, you were paid higher, however simultaneously being looked down on while still being preyed upon with fetish-sized desire. Or if you were even slightly vocal about the inequality you faced, the likelihood of a crucifix set on fire on your lawn was exponentially higher. The one-drop rule was used to determine prices for this so-called freedom. Yet the ones held to it were brought here by lighter-hued heathens that determined that their breaths were the only valuable ones worth breathing. It meant that if you even had one drop of blood that came from humanity's birthplace, your autonomy was non-existent, and you're outside of menial labor, being your designated purpose, your existence was worthless. I love God, but it's hard to reconcile the virgin I know darker shades were forced to acknowledge while wearing their Sunday best. And force-fed what a pink-shaded preacher was preaching atop ornately slave-built church steps. Multiple movements, amendments, and ratifications needed to just be looked at as an equal homo sapien in this nation. Slavery lasted 89 years in the official USA, but if you count the colonies, Jim Crow, segregation, over 300 years of chains leave their weights this very day. It honestly still trips me out to this day how my folks were already in the second grade before different shades of children below the Mason-Dixie line finally allowed to intermingle and play with the Equal Rights Act that went into effect in 1968. Yet we are trying to again make America great. That just is coded language for certain shades wanting to return to a time where they were eating delicacies regularly, while darker ones had to struggle to scrape for the scraps on their plates. The cost of freedom is definitely closer to event-based pricing, because ironically, darker hues trying to get a piece of the American dream, while pinkish ones are the ones holding the knife doing the slicing. Except when it comes to sports and entertainment. See, because if you were in those arenas, a lower cost for that freedom has been the silent but not any less noticeable arrangement. This led to more subtle rebellions like podium positions with leather glove fists, or getting down to one knee during the national anthem so that lighter shades could catch the darker one's drift. Red blood spilled by whites screaming for freedom until our faces are blue. It's what I see when I look at the flag of the USA that we were taught about in school. These are just some of the examples of the experience of people's skin tone, shades, and hues. When you think of the cost of freedom, how much does it cost to you? You can find me on all social media platforms at Your Boy Primo. That's YABOYPRIMO. So I can be Your Boy Primo. You have a good one, Virgil.
You guys, I can't wait to hear this poet go. She's been sitting patiently, and I can't wait to hear what she has for us tonight. Start clapping now. Give it up for Bridget!
How we doing? Disorganized wounds, okay. Okay, so I am a part of this OPS team that is going to be representing in Knoxville 2025. And so we're still fundraising for that. If you feel so moved as to donate to that, Ray has that information. He's waving. And yeah, I'm gonna do a poem for y'all. So I'm gonna mix it up and do something kind of silly, but also kind of not. I wrote this after I had an interaction with a coworker that got kind of interesting. So this is a poem about that. Payroll woman turns to ask a question and is compelled to halt mid-pertinent word and say, what happened to your face? Now this woman is old enough to be my grandmother. I know she has seen acne before. Maybe she thought I was unaware. I know that she knows how meager my checks are. She's doing the payroll after all, so I guess I could understand where she might assume I don't own mirrors. But let's be clearer than my skin happens to be, honey, I own mirrors. She does this on a day when I opt for blemish patches over heavy pigments, making choices to ultimately prevent this breakout from spiraling to wounds. The results of hormones thrown akimbo by being forced to take the pill when I was too damn young, exacerbated by the mother who gave me life, and then all of her sharp gravel whims like a street bite spilling even now in the anxious excoriation. Well, it makes a combination that marks me a pop target for bullshit such as this. Does this woman truly think if I didn't have a better solve than hydrocolloid deflection over the stupid infections, I wouldn't have put that to use? Denizen of inconveniently increased challenge, haver of Pigpen or you are unburdened with the likes of a complex thought or even an iota of the basest decorum, but since you ask, aggressive energy such as yours sends my fingers searching over my skin for things I can pick apart before anyone else is given a chance. Basically, the tone you take hits my cross wires as such and makes me look the way you find it be so offensive. Sorry. Forgot I had to phrase that in dumb bitch. Yay! To my face!
Rewind! We let that slide.
You happened to my face. I glue my hands to my waist, remind myself that air and time are the healers I need, remind myself this commentary is useless from one who can't find an ounce of composure but has audacity like a bottomless well to pick at the already open wound where someone else's confidence is meant to be. So here I am, clasping hands like desperate prayer, trying to remember that ugly skin is temporary, but ugly spirit is beyond mortal help. Trying to remember my love kissing my face all over just the night before and calling everything about me, scarred and scabbed as I am, beautiful, and reconciling that with this bitch and this unprompted conversational harpoon talking about what happened to your face. I simply say, I have a health condition, and I think to myself, that condition is a late allergy to the judgment that would cosplay as concern from those who only feel great when others feel small. Think of it as a late onset allergy to dumb bitch.
Is no joke. Dude, this guy's in here, they showing up. Yeah. Now, I heard them mention a few times and I didn't address it, so I think it's time for me to finally address it. They said that they need some donations, right?
Yeah.
To go on their trip.
Uh-huh.
Lock the doors. Inside joke.
How much you been John Stan?
All right, cool.
How much it costs to sit right now?
Wait a minute, I didn't move.
This next boy coming up to the stage is also a part of that slam team. She is phenomenal. She is amazing. And let me tell you some insight I got on her recently. Someone told me recently that she used to be shy.
Oh?
That she used to be like quiet. And not saying that she's not quiet now, but when you hear what she has to say, you would never know. Come on, start clapping out. Give it up for Julia!
Oh my God, I know her.
I think
It's
they like
amazing.
me. I can still be shy sometimes. So I am a part of this team. It's called, what's it called?
Orlando Culture Slam.
And so we need some help to listen, guys. You know, I'm a little small, right? Let's make sure they feed me. And don't leave me in the car seat in the car, okay? No, but I'm excited about this. I've waited a long time to be a part of this team, so I want to thank my teammates, and I am excited to Haley went and Ray for putting up with me on my mess that's still to come. Alright, I'm gonna jump into it. It really frustrates me when people ask, where are you really from? I was born here in the United States of America, the place that we all call home, but we're treated like visitors. I'm black. I'm black like syrup on chicken and waffles and the North Star of Freedom. I'm black like, how do you like your coffee black? Because no matter how much cream or sugar you add, your foundation will always be me. I'm black like guys pick up line, be like, hey yo, you cute to be dark skinned.
Nah, baby.
Like it's my complexion versus their little beauty, baby. I am gorgeous. I define gravity. And just happen to be done dipped in chocolate and it tastes like strawberry. That's right. I'm black like police lights and angel sweats, not knowing if I should feel protected or need a protection. I'm black like missing girl poster, the Jane Doe unsolved mysteries, and I'm tired of being silent in a constant state of rage like I had the audacity of an immature open casket in my smile. I'm black like the main ingredient what actually makes America great. You know that finger looking good pluck to the cookout. Cousin. I'm black like that's not what you were asking. But that's what you was asking when you asked me that. I'm from here, the good old USA. I bet red, white, and blue, but fuck the 4th of July with no blue, my fireworks going off in June. I'm so American, I'm as homeless as a veteran that fought for it. You will never understand that economy, the intersectionality that resembles a crucifixion. I'm so black, I birth kings and queens. I'm so American that they would have identity crisis. I'm so black that I'm standing here justifying who I am, slave on the last name, no family tree. The closest thing I have to roots is Alice Haley. My entire survival exists within Stockholm Syndrome. I'm so American that white is right and black is bad. So black meaning not bad like bad, but yo, shorty, bad. You put white out over black ink and erase it from the history books. But our grandparents passed down stories have the best lessons. Come on, I am what you see when you close your eyes and take a deep breath and face your fears. I'm superhero black. I'm pinky out sweet as Southern tea black. I'm so black. I'm so black. Ancestry.com can't trace me, can't track all the descendants that have resonated in this really rich design. I raise my hand, ball my fist. I am not your Negro. This too is my house. I am pause. Don't judge me if I'm twerking little booties, not a black. I'm so black. My growl is a warning. I bite back, cop back, shoot back, uniform, and I mean that. I'm so black. I'm the ash that rose when they tried to bury us alive. That's when they realized they don't want none. Where am I from? I'm from my blackness. I'm from America. I'm so black American that when you see me, put some respect on my ability to make a home out of a whore and stop asking me stupid fucking questions. Hey. You can follow me at OPS and send your donation. Listen, don't let them be all the food from y'all. Y'all know I'm trying to. We'll send you some strawberries. Okay, that's chocolate. MAZE, and thank you guys for supporting us, and we are excited to represent you guys in Knoxville!
Alright, so y'all enjoying yourselves tonight? When you say word? Word! Word. Next up to the stage. Please put your hands. Please put your hands together right now for the one and only Simran Tugani.
Thank you so much. This is my first time at Diverse Word. Thank you all for having me. A little bit about me and a little bit of context for the poem that I'll be performing today. I'm a health services researcher. I do a lot of health equity work. This morning, I woke up to news that most of the clients that I work with at the Department of Health and Human Services were fired. I spent 8 hours today working with my colleagues to figure out what comes next. At the end of the day, one of my colleagues asked me, Simran, what are you going to do to cope today? I said this poem. This is titled A Very Old Love Poem. Sometimes I forget that amidst all the burning and the collapsing and the dying, that the earth is rooting for us to love too. That the earth wants us to put our feet in the ocean, look at ships passing during sunset and think, I want to come back here tomorrow. And think, I want to bring my kids here tomorrow. Sometimes I forget that the earth is as passionate a lover as they come. That she wants to get under the covers and treat me right, and stay for breakfast on a Sunday morning without having to pretend like the fog called her home. She reminds me that love doesn't have to be fancy, or new, or practiced. Just let it be abundant, she says. Just let it be inevitable, she says. Sometimes I forget that the earth voted too, even before we gave it rights to. I forget that the earth filled our cities with smoke, even before we gave it rights to. I forget that the earth took our trash out for us, called the crows to catalyze decomposition, moved into the house next door, gave us a knock when we breached someone else's treasure, and still told us it's not too late. And still told us the difference between erasure and self-destruction is that we have control over only one of them.
Wow.
Sometimes I forget, and I forget what we talked about yesterday, that our words were less threat and more reclamation. I forget that I have been a shitty lover, that abundance doesn't mean infinite, that inevitable doesn't mean indignance. I remember how, when I was too young to remember, she would tell me secrets about how to make a best friend with a blade of grass, or how to swim even if the water was salty, or how to climb even if she wasn't strong enough to hold my weight back then. There was a strength in her fragility, and a gratitude in her stability. But now, many years later, even through her chapped lips and balding head, in moments that are fleeting, there are still natural causes in her that exude melody. In those moments, she reminds me that the reason we write repetition into poetry is to remember. And the reason we lean on repetition through sickness and health is to love. So during the days when the night comes for us, she repeats, Simran, live, 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 live. Thank you.
You want to share your social media?
Yes, thank you for the reminder. You can find me at simdog48. That's SIMDOG48 on Instagram. Thank you so much.
Right. Coming up next to the stage. Now this voice is real sultry, you know. If you close your eyes when she talks, her voice is like, mad sultry like that. Mad sultry, you're gonna love it. She's a phenomenal poet. She's a great writer. Start clapping now. Give it up for Edith! Keep clapping, y'all. Keep clapping it up, Edith!
Am I this tall? Yes. Yes, thank you for that. This poem I just wrote last night. New piece. For a piece. I'm gonna let you have it anyway. Children, cover your ears.
Trigger warning.
Right trigger warning. It's not, it's untitled. There we go. I want you to undo me. Let me love you. You forever adore me. Having fucked me thoroughly, you know you must hold me down. Remind me again, it's not just my sexuality that made you choose monogamy. Despite my sometimes fucked up personality, those who love me in my small circle remind me how far I am from that. I lay tearful. You remind me that I was not just gaslit, but lit on fire. I deserve a genuine love. That person in my past toxic relationships mocked my judgment, so I would forget to use discernment with them. I would forget to diss them, but instead I miss them. My heart's silk wrappings torn apart, touched, harassed, and prodded, taught me to mindlessly do tricks, to give pleasure, to give in. I've made progress since then. That combo of self-love and love in an actual healthy relationship has been sorely missed. I miss it, though I'm presently in it. You unbutton me, finding the seam along my side. Fingertips tenderly touch my skin and only button me up when you come inside, sealing yourself in with me. Unraveling my composure, your soft skin cocoons me. Warmth invades me. Trust, I will make you my newest art expression. I must make concessions for my sensuality with the impressions of my nails along your back. I'm not sorry enough. You lie back, watching me claim you day and night. I'm a freaky, yet to your friends, I'm your best friend. Offering you the best tail, giving you the best head. I was a gift, you said. You wanted to come home to me. Unwrap me and proceed to grab all that makes me me. Opening my brain after staring into my brown eyes. Stationery and paint with all the cutesiness and leather I could put in this plus-size body, which is blood. Yet you dig deeper from my deepest parts to my organs contained in silk bags. Some stained with people, from people who convinced me to lower my standards to the point that I have no standards. You placed my feminine heart outside its protection and tucked it in your shirt next to yours. Inhaling my scent, you put your ear against the fabric of my voice box and the tiny pink silk cord, keeping it safe in your front pocket where you keep your wallet and keys. Safekeeping, taking all the parts no one else wanted. You come back from my brain in the prettiest bag yet. Silken cord as long as its owner's locks. That's as far as I got.
You got this.
You can follow me on Instagram, _Eden_Rivers. Thank you.
Get up for Edith! Takes a lot for people to come up on the stage and to perform, to pour out their heart, to recite something that they practice, to be vulnerable. So thank you so much for being such a great, attentive audience. Give it up for yourself. Coming up to the stage, I believe this may be the last member of the Orlando Poetry team. We gotta make sure we get her in. She is a killer. Give it up for Haley!
Hey y'all, this is my first time at Diverse Word. I normally work, so I got here ready from work, so thank you guys. Anyways, I am the final member of OPS.
OPS?
Thank you, there you go. So we are raising money right now to go to Knoxville, Tennessee. If you didn't know that, you probably haven't been paying attention.
Lock the doors.
But either way, we are trying to raise money. It costs a lot to get there. It takes a lot of time to dedicate towards it. So it's time that we could be working. What did you say?
So represent Orlando.
Yeah. I blanked what I was gonna say. Anyways, so. Oh God. Alright, anyways, so this is a poem that's got mention of essay, but yeah, this is called
Trigger warning.
That. This is called Jailbait. Apparently I'm too picky. I'm too sensitive. I should be grateful for the gaze that men give me because you, as a man, would kill for that. You'd kill for the attention, the words of affirmation. But let's be real for a minute, though. You have killed for the attention. You aim for the affection, the love, the touch. That ain't love, honey. That ain't even lust. That's desperation. See, I wasn't always thicker, but I was always curvy. I grew up at 14, and the seniors told me that I was jailbait, and I carried that like a crown. I thought it was so cool that the older boys liked me. It was nice that anyone liked me, the weird girl that people still try to bully in college. I didn't grow up with the affirmations from a father that a little girl needs, so I looked elsewhere. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I didn't have to look very hard, so I thought that what I found was it. I learned what love was through trial and error, and the love that I knew was love bombing and trauma bonding. I thought that it was normal for the boys that I was on stage crew with to corner me and not let me move until I let them touch me. Just trends. Silly shit. I thought friends woke you up by touching you because you were asleep in the green room. They all did it to each other. I was just one of the guys. It took until recently to see just how much I excused and allowed. And I'm fucking 32 this year. I never realized the number of hands that touched my body. I never cared because I didn't want to cause a fuss or be disagreeable. I never realized just how much energy I allowed to pass through me. I felt safe before. Never looked behind me when I walked to my car at night. All until a man appeared outside my window and wouldn't leave. Goddamn black belt with 14 years of training turned to dust. I was carefree, but not anymore. I'm advocating for myself. You don't need to put your hand on my ass when you walk behind me to get through, and you don't need to touch my arm and chest to point out my tattoos. Why am I told over and over again that I should be grateful, I should be happy about the attention, that I should be pleased, that people want to touch me? I don't want them to touch me because it's not a kind touch. It took them to college to learn that coercion is also assault. I should be happy, right? You don't want to live the life of a woman. It feels like more often than not, I don't have the rights to my own body. The government especially makes it so that I have no autonomy. So please, excuse me for wanting some semblance of control in my life. Excuse me for being selective, and excuse my unwillingness to stand to the side. Actually, no. Fuck that. I won't apologize or ask for your permission. I spent my whole life being passive, a yes woman, a people pleaser. My voice will be heard. And goddamn, I am loud. I have a voice filled with pain and hurt and anger that needs to be let out, and I am not going to be grateful for men treating me like an object and just something to fuck. I am much more than I can ever describe in a poem. with respect or stand aside because I'm not moving. It's your turn to move out of the way. All right. Can I do a shameless plug real quick?
A plug? Sure.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, it is HALEY Graves, GRAVES poetry. Haley Graves is my real name. Yeah, donate money to OPS. We are poor and broke and all the other things.
We are down to our last maybe 2 to 3 the most poets. I still got you guys here with me. But right now, I'm going to introduce you guys to somebody very special. And she's going to introduce you to somebody very special. Give it up for Miss Rhonda!
Hello, Diverse Word. So yes, I am Miss Rhonda. I am the creator of Speak for the Culture. We are Tampa's premier space for poetry and R&B. We are here tonight, not only because it is Poetry Appreciation Month, but also to support your platform. We have Ms. Lala, she has came and blessed us, so we definitely want to come and see her in her element. So that's why you're here tonight. We're going to give y'all a small snippet. I'm nervous. I don't like I'm going to give y'all a small snippet of this poet of I just provide a platform. A small snippet. Kimba on the drums. She is our resident vibrator. MMG, he is our resident poet as well. And when they finish, in true Speak for the Culture's fashion, I have some gifts for you guys because every time you come to Speak for the Culture, you leave with a souvenir. So I have keychains. John, you want to read this keychain?
Yeah, let me read that page. My glasses.
I go ahead and read it.
The glasses you wear or the glasses?
I didn't know how many people was here tonight, but if you don't get one here tonight, please hit me up. I will make sure you get one, okay?
Thank you.
It says, do what you love and love what you do.
So we're gonna bring MMG up, and then Kima's gonna come up and make sure I get everyone their gifts, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I don't even know why I'm here no more. Life ain't fair. I swear the money don't mean nothing when you're dead and gone. Can't you see? Life ain't worth the pain and misery. You can't break my ankles or tie me up. I'ma live in the sky the day I die. You see the tempo break down like the temple. Manifest in the flesh, born the king. Remember Mama Martin, Jungle Fever, and Do the Right Thing? Well, I ain't turned up yet, so don't lose hope. Shout out to Vietnam vets, they fought a war, but I fought one too. In the spiritual state of mind, broke through the obstacles to find the light. No more frightened. No more fighting night. Jesus been won the battle. He been off the cross. Crossword puzzles, any no missed signals here. Hit number 1 with just one single. Yeah, I said it. And I meant that. Forget the conditions. We all saved by grace. Watch the devil's face drop. We won a battle. I could be lose the fight. I'm spitting fights, and I could spit it all day. Shout out to Dave and Craig on the team. What a Friday. I've been thinking like a man. Pulled the mask off, handed it to him. Tricks on you, bricks on you. Samson crushed Babylon with the strength that the Lord gave him. The enemy placed a woman like the deer in the garden. Pardon me? Man, we make too many excuses, Why don't we live for the future, Raise our seas, Stop this violence, stop this killing, please. We killing ourselves. Put your pride on the shelf. We all men here. Unify the community. Come unite. He said it. He the boss. And me, well, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. Pardon me.
was gonna start off with something, but I don't. I'm on the Bluetooth speaker and I don't see the selection.
Yeah, there you
Told
go.
me to select. I don't see the selection. He said.
She be jamming, y'all.
She do? It sound like it.
Yeah. Y'all can vibe with it too. Yeah, Will. Let's go, King. Did she y'all come to y'all get y'all
So look, this is something that I tend to do when I perform. I like crowd participation. Is there any rappers or people that know how to freestyle, even if it's poetry? I feel like all poets are the original rappers.
Right.
So look. So you gonna help me out? You gonna help me out? Hey, look, and we can have some mic. So look, I am King Bub on the drums. You can follow me at KEEMBA on the drums, and that is DA, not THE. Yes. So as a musician, instrumentalist, we tend to play the background a lot of times in the industry. As King on the drum, I play the foreground because the beat is just as important as the words, right? And so, what the selection that you brought to here are some snippets of my original beats. I got a lot of drums, a lot of different instruments. So these are some things that I created in the studio. So if anyone ever want to collaborate, y'all connect with me, okay? So let's go ahead and look. Hey, if you want to jump on the mic, take that shit from them. I mean, take that. If you feeling yourself and nobody ain't trying to take the mic, just go in, all right? So if you can come and join me over here.
Let's go, Ty.
Right here. Go ahead,
Well, let's bring the microphone to you then. Here.
Yeah, rock 'em, Ty.
Hey. Check 1 2 1 2. What's good, family?
Hey guys.
That's not it. All right.
She gonna need that fit to 2X.
Okay.
The sunrise didn't come today. What if the blank canvas didn't say black today? What if God decided not to paint away the pain? What if God decided to close away this pain? What if God decided not to paint away this mind? What if God decided not to paint away this mind? Focus on the reason that you truly is alive. When you wake up and see God painting from your mind, you gotta understand the rainbow and let colors from your mind. God's straight abstract paintings every time. So I'm waiting when I wake up and I look above the sky. I focus on God's mind, focus on my vibe, focus on my heartbeat. That's God do inside. I don't live right on lyrics, freestyle off the mind all the time. This my vibe, I can't grind on everything. Y'all know how I do, I just vibe on everything. It's a Tuesday, I vibe on everything. You see the glasses on and focus on God's mind, focus on my state of mind. I just grind new time, focus on the paintings that I straight right in my mind. Focus on this painting pen, I just write this line. Everything that I be come from God's mind. Focus on the reason of this paintings from His mind. Focus on the abstract when you open your eyes. Sunrise, just focus on the reason we alive. All the paintings that I see come from God's mind. I thank God for the abstract paintings in every way. Focus on the reason we alive today. Thank God for the paintings, everything's the same. And the God we God is beautiful. Hey, I can't wait. They ain't mine, take these and God's wrong. Focus on the reason, let it go. Gotta paint away your pain, the painting and everything. Go look the same. Focus on the reason you alive today. Let that heart straight beat from your mind and aid. Take them paintings, masterpieces and all. Don't you understand? You a masterpiece and all. Focus on your grind, focus on your time. I don't never wear a watch. I'm aligned with God's mind, aligned with inside. That's life when I check. I'm in tune right now, and their time is right now, not yesterday. I don't focus on the future, I still present away. Y'all know I like presents in every way, so I'm gonna focus on the present of life today. And the heartbeat with the beat and the drum. I don't understand, it's the heartbeat and the drum. Focus on the state of mind. I was so damn blind, but I can see 2020. Focus on mine. With the red band on, no listen at all. Cut the trend, who's a lot? It is all God's mind. Focus on the reason I'm alive. The paintings from His mind, so beautiful through time.
This is a song, full song I did. I was a part of a group called Eternal Key. Eternal was raised as MC and the instrumental is me.
To the right and then as far as smile like this serious, I'm content. Seems like you went back with choice, so you break. I had to let you properly. You be a pimp, so you break. This salvation gospel, I got a tag media set. So just about myself, I said what I was to say. Because I realize I mentioned you great, great. And lots of people, you made a mistake. I have been away. You know all that shit. I got a place where you just want to get your mind. I'm content that they never like me. My thoughts and the thing is so it's like me. I read about me. Claim to be, you can drop this case.
was a little snippet of that song. Thank you again. I am Kingba on the drums. You can follow me at KEEMBA on the drums. And that is DA, not THE. Thank you. Peace.
You guys, we're gonna have one more act to come up and it's gonna end the night, but before that act comes up, I have a request. I have a request. He doesn't know I'm gonna ask this request, but I have a request. He can always say no. I hope he doesn't say no. But one of my favorite poets in Orlando is in the house, and he had a piece that I love, and every time he says it, like, it's just mastery. And I'm gonna ask him if he will perform this before Ty comes out and close the night. So, by any chance, do you think you can perform that piece for me about the cakes? About the cupcakes? Yes. Is it possible? Give it up, you guys, for Ray, you guys. Before Ty comes out, Ray's gonna do this piece for me. I don't know if you heard it or not, but this piece is so phenomenal. The world needs to hear it and his expertise. Do you need the mic, brother, or you want to use without the mic? Thank you, Ray. And closing out the night after Ray will be Ty.
That's my coach.
Let's go, Ray.
And my friend.
In 2016, a gay couple was denied service by a baker. The reason they refused to make the couple a wedding cake was religious freedom of expression. The following poem is inspired by those events.
This is a good poem.
Come on.
Come on, Ray. I like this poem too.
You all love this poem, Ray.
We all love this poem.
Let's be clear. I only bake straight wedding cakes. God-fearing church going wedding cakes with a righteously whipped frosting and a creamy middle that tastes like salvation. My wedding cakes slide down the throats of God's children like a holy baptism will come out the other end without sin. My wedding cakes shout Merry Christmas from the rooftops, not Happy Holidays. My wedding cakes pay taxes like a tithe other freeloaders live off of. My wedding cakes didn't experiment with sex and drugs in college. They only smoke the word of God and only do the missionary position. My wedding cakes can hear Satan when you play stereo to him backwards and don't you try and fool them. My wedding cakes don't pair well with divorce. Even if you use knuckles and little periods, even if the romance is there, the love bump on a windshield, my wedding cakes know true love comes between a man and a woman. Not a woman and a woman. Not a man and a man. Not a man born inside of a woman inside a man. My wedding cakes know that I use the right bathrooms. My Lord told me there's only one type of wedding cake and I shall have no other wedding cakes before me. My wedding cakes are gonna make America great again. My wedding cakes are gonna soldier the front lines of war against religious persecution. My wedding cakes could bring peace to the Middle East like a Marzipan army blitzing across the desert. My wedding cakes know how to use icing in separate but equal quantities. My wedding cakes graciously lie for chocolate even though vanilla is more deserving and work harder for it. My wedding cakes don't give a fig about Supreme Court rulings. My wedding cakes are made for colors that don't run. My wedding cakes are made for Muslims, Hindu, atheists, or any other religious fanatics. My wedding cakes are the foundations of marriage, the gatekeepers of morality, keeping us from slipping down that slick sludge that is the fudge of our society. My wedding cakes aren't made, they're born. I birthed them. And I'm again whether any couple practicing abominations try out their pure-hearted souls. While they accord with your insipid logic, I shall have my cakes and eat them too if need be. Forge myself on a fawning cross, twist my intestines and I spit up nails. I'll bear diabetes like the good Lord intended in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Now tell me, ladies, what kind of wedding cake y'all looking for?
The last quote of the night, my dude Ty. Thank you so much, Ray. Give it up for Ray again, you guys. Yes, just responding like that on the spot. Thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate your expertise, man. Kai, you ready to rock top? You have instrumental or anything like that? You just coming up? You need the mic?
No.
Okay. No. Closing out the night.
No mic.
Our showman is in the house. Give it up, you guys, for Ty.
What if God did decide to not paint anymore? Keep the sky black. Even taking away the moon from the white light and making a lunar eclipse so that we see nothing but black. What if God decided not to write no lyrics from his heart? I mean his art. I mean everything. I mean not just him, her, everything that God is, the feminine, the positive, the male, the good, the bad, the reflection of God in itself. Looking at the reflection, I mean the ocean saying that,
This creation that I have built, I mean, me has been the most beautiful creation I've ever created. This painting, this piece on every troubled soul. I mean, once I was a troubled soul, I didn't know what was going on, but I needed to come back into the human flesh of this life called art. I mean, heart. I mean, love. I wondered if I decided to write, to paint, to do this thing called life, what would life, I mean, maybe life wouldn't even exist if I didn't decide to make the voice say, I, in the beginning, am this, I am this, I mean, let there be, what if I decided to not say nothing? What if the creator decided not to create? Looked at the blank canvas and didn't even pick up the pencil with the eraser to have the ability to erase a line that we might not like. Take a can of paint and use white to color over the canvas of all the beautiful colors and decide to start over with this canvas and say, I want to start over. What if the creator decided not to create? You see, I learned this month was so fast within a blink of an eye. I was let go from a job that I gave a 2 weeks notice, letting them know that I was parting ways, but instead decided to cut me. And that's when I believed that my queen has a stronger intuition than me. You see, she spoke the new and insisted to my new place, the shop that I'm at. And it's funny that this shop gives me everything I need to create the most beautiful thing that I could ever create. I mean, I walk into the place just being me. They gave me everything. So if I fail, it's me that has failed. That is me that decided not to create. I mean, to create. I mean, to not decide to write this painting from this mind. It's me that decided to quit. It's me that decided to let the paint dry. It's me to let this ink dry. It's me to not this heart beat. You see, I wondered when what would happen when me changing the state of mind, when my value got increased. I realized when your value gets increased, the creator will give you everything to create.
Period.
And I get everything. It's funny. I smile now when I walk into the shop. Because I'm giving everything that I need from a 9 to 5 dividend. That money is cool, but me, I get the chance to be me. Tattoos and all, dreadlocks and all, nose piercing and all. I don't get judged because of my brown melanin skin. You see, even a few barbers that look by me understand who I am. I'm a king as I walk inside this building, and I'm giving everything. John Study, I mean literally everything. The shears that I use are the most expensive shears on the market that I didn't realize they're making sure that you are going to be the best person alive. And it's funny how Tony even knows the same people that own this shop. So hammer and nail is where I'm at because I'm hammering some nails into not this coffin. No, you see the painting that I'm hanging on this wall to make sure that these monuments and these paintings will stick. You see, you take a hammer and a nail to wood, it's supposed to stick real strong like a foundation of a home. Use wood, a hammer, and a nail to build a foundation to make sure it's strong. That's God's mind when you focus on the reason that we all are beautiful art pieces that God created in due time. The abstract of your mind, the way you create, the way you rock your hair, the side of the shoes that you paint on. I'm gonna wear a red one today, maybe even a blue one. It doesn't matter, my socks might not match, but it's okay. I'm still me. You see the paintings that God created is you. When you look inside of the mirror, you're the most beautiful creation. I mean painting, I mean poetry, I mean art, I mean song, I mean everything. You are the most beautiful thing that the creator has created. But what if the creator decided not to create? Then love will never be fraternal. Will never be love will always be loved as long as it's created. So create love and make sure you focus on your art. Because last time I checked, we all have a heart. So art is inside your heart. So always remember the struggle. That's your most beautiful masterpiece. Don't you understand that there ain't no thing called losses, there are lessons. I've learned a lot of lessons in this thing called life. My homeboy Philo, I've heard, passed away in his sleep. If you know who he is, was a beautiful artist. The dude can belt out some vocals with his raps. A lot of people know him. It's funny when I got the text message or read on Facebook that he transitioned, but it says, he was asleep in his room, so he transitioned peacefully. I pray that that's when I transitioned peacefully. That's the only wish that I have when it's time for me to transition. For me to hang my art piece in God's gallery, that he takes me while I'm asleep in dreams. That's the only thing I ask of God. I don't ask nothing else. I just ask that when it's time for me to transition, that I go when I'm meditating in a deep, deep sleep, not through a tragic accident. I know I can't ask for much because I don't control this thing called life, but then he gives me a little bit of piece of life for me to control. But I still understand that God controls this thing called life. He gave me breath as I inhale, exhale, so I don't take a second chance at this thing called life, and I don't stress the past. Cause I can't go back and change nothing anyway. So I stay present, and y'all know I love presence. so I'm gonna enjoy this present and not focus about the future. I'm gonna stay right here and enjoy this inhale, exhale of this breath. And make sure you go home and create that painting, write that poem, write that song, cook that recipe. Make sure you feed the people you're supposed to feed. Make sure you encourage them you're supposed to encourage. Make sure you stand tall, and even if it's raining outside, let the rain hit you and enjoy the rain. I remember when I used to be homeless, I used to ride my bike in the rain, and then my mindset changed when I was going to a place to lay my head, and that day I enjoyed the rain. I rode my bike in the rain with a smile upon my face because I was no longer homeless. I had a home to go to, so sometimes those lessons gonna put a smile upon your face. And make sure you hang that gallery, hang that art piece. Use that hammer and that nail to make sure it's sturdy. Make sure that foundation is built strong so that legacies get a chance to sit inside your house and eat from the tree that you planted in the soil. They say that as long as you plant the right seed in the proper soil, it's gonna grow. So make sure you get your seeds, your art planted in the right place, and use that hammer and that nail and that gallery and that paint and that pen and that pencil. Just use everything and create your art. Because what if God decided not to create? It would be just as silent as I just did. But he didn't do that. She didn't do that. He spoke life into existence, and that's you. So speak life into existence and be you.
Yes. Did you enjoy yourself tonight? Yeah, did you enjoy yourself tonight? Yeah, with those hand claps. Let me see you enjoy yourself tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for sharing your gift, for sharing your talent. With the floor, brother. Thank you for sharing your gift, for sharing your talent. Thank you so much for being respectful, respecting people's time, respecting the mic. Got my dude up here, Liddy, straight Liddy.
On that agua. Off that
I'm getting high like that.
Tonight, Tito. Everybody been calling the water Tito's, so I'm going with that. The placebo pill.
We'll pass. We'll pass? Okay. Okay. So thank you so much again for coming out. We appreciate your time so much. We're gonna let you do the ending, the closing, was it this night?
Oh, yeah, wait.
All right.
So,
ready?
Tony wants to wait.
Oh.
Tony's gonna come up and give us some. Yes? No.
Tony!
Give it up for Tony! Tony got a new piece tonight.
It was too sticky up me.
Better find them up. Sticky.
Oh Lord. I have to say, it's been a heck of a year. Made a lot of friends, inside and outside of here. A lot of good times. I actually seen kids go to college in the year. They were poets.
Yeah.
I've seen this thing start with, what was it, Marquis? Maybe five people? Where Marquis put on a clinic in the back, not even out here. Yeah. We didn't even have seats back then. No. So it's been a heck of a year. I've been honored and blessed to meet so many cool people and hear so many cool stories and see so much great talent. I know we can't continue on here. We're not really zoned for this, and it's caused, I guess, some things around because of the fire people.
Narcs.
So we're working really hard with Marquis to find a new cool space. And if we have to, we might have to sneak one or two in. No one really checks on us, I don't think.
We won't tell about it.
But it's been tonight is pretty emotional and sad to me because I've seen so many cool things, and I think most of the faces in your Marquis are different from the very beginning. There's some folks that's been here the whole time, but it's nice to see so many different faces and so many people enjoying the culture and just the talent that's in Orlando is insane. I don't know if you knew, but there were people from like the Orlando Museum of Art were here tonight, and we've had Orlando's United Arts has come to this. So, to build a community and have so many great people around us, it is just a blessing to be a part of that. And I know I'm gonna go wherever you go, so I can't wait to get allowed to sit in the seat and actually enjoy it and not turn the lights off. My Sean of all people anymore. key.
Right.
It wasn't, it was Sean.
That's it, that's Sean.
Yeah, and helping people put their records on, put their music on the speakers, I'll be there, so, it was a blessing, I'll give everybody a hug after, but, I'm a little sad, so I'm gonna go to the back.
So one thing tonight that I want to ask you guys, please travel safely when you leave. Please take your time when you drive, travel safely, safe travel mercies. Don't get yourself no ticket or anything like that tonight. It's not worth it. Take your time getting home. We appreciate you. Every boy that came up here, your words made a difference. Your words inspired, your words blessed, it opened doors, it made light, it made pathways. So thank you.
Yes, and one question, wasn't this night diverse? Word! Until next time, peace, love, and poetry! Thank y'all so much for the travels. Have a good time. Hey, Maestro, make this music.
Now we need some music.